Hey guys, do you know that people's opinions will pass but your self-love is permanent? Let me share a real life story of my friend Meera. Join my journey. Welcome to RoadCAST podcast on the roads. This is all about a small ride which will teach you about some insights of the life. Alright, let's talk about Meera. She is a 23-year-old girl and she is a very good friend of mine. She was very kind-hearted, funny, ambitious and the kind of person who lit up a room with her smile. But every time she stood in front of the mirror, something inside her shifted. Her thoughts whispered, "Look at your skin tone, you don't look like the girls in the movies. Will he still like you? What if you are not beautiful enough for someone like him?" All these questions kept on running through her mind. She had a crush on a guy from her workplace who was charming, fair, and seemed perfect in every way. Even though he had never said anything about her looks, Meera's inner voice of insecurity kept shouting louder and louder. If I was fairer, I would feel more confident. Maybe I would deserve him then. These thoughts started to eat her from inside. Meera began to compare herself more and more with friends, influencers, and actresses. The more she scrolled on Instagram and YouTube, the worse she felt. Every reel, every beauty seemed to say, "Fair is beautiful, fairness is the key." And soon she believed it also. No amount of compliments for her friends, from her family helped. She was stuck in a loop of overthinking. Do I look dull? Will people say I look tired? Why wasn't I born lighter? These thoughts turned from whispers to storms inside her. One day, after weeks of research, she booked an appointment at a cosmetic clinic. The procedure was simple, a skin lightening treatment or multiple sessions. She told no one except her best friend. "I just want to feel better about myself," she said. And so it began. Week after week, she went through the process. The results are subtle at first, but over time, her skin visibly lightened. She looked in the mirror and saw a different version of herself. Did she smile? Yes. Was she happy? Maybe, but not completely. Now, new kind of fear started. What if people notice and say I'm fake? Will they think I'm ashamed of my root? Will they laugh behind my back? She started wearing masks in public even after COVID was over. Not to stay safe, but to stay hidden. The confidence she thought she would gain never came back. Instead of peace, she now had a new prison, filled with fear, shame, and guilt. She began to wonder, did I make a mistake? Was I better before? Am I still the same me? One day, while she was standing in a line in a bookstore, she overheard two women whispering. At first, she thought they were talking about her skin. But then she heard one of them say, "This girl looks like she owns the room, such a confident vibe." Meera turned and realized they were talking about her. It was the first time someone complimented her energy, not her face. It made her pause. She went home, looked into the mirror and again, but this time with different eyes. And it hit her. It was never about the skin. It was about the lack of love she had for herself. She didn't need fair skin to be beautiful. She just needed to accept herself as she was. Now she had made a decision to change. There was no going back. But that didn't mean shame. It meant learning to own that decision. There are two lessons Meera learned. It's okay to want to change. That is fine. Whether it's a skin, hair, career or life decisions, growth is personal. No one has the right to judge why you chose what you chose. Once you have made a decision, respect it. Don't stay stuck in the past. What matters is how you carry yourself now. People will always have their opinions. Too dark, too light, too bold, too quiet. But people's words are not your truth. Months later, Meera stood in front of the mirror again, this time not as a judge, but as a friend. She smiled at her reflection and said, "You did what you thought was right. You are stronger now. You are still you and you are enough." And this is the first time in a long time she felt peace. So what I want to say is, loving yourself doesn't mean never changing. It means standing by your decisions with strength. Once you choose a path, walk it with confidence. The world will always speak, let them. But your voice, your inner voice, let it be filled with kindness, not regret. Always remember, once you say yes to a decision, don't keep looking back. Move forward with love and always respect the version of you that made the choice. I reached my office. By the way, thanks for riding with me. Have a great life. Bye bye.